Okay, so since you're refusing to compare it, then let me ask you this point blank na lang. Would you consider that it was a serious concern the number of deaths that occurred during the previous administration in their war on drugs? As a police officer, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chair. General Marbil, how would you describe the current war on drugs under this administration?
Sir, ang pareho lang po ng natin. In the same way na nangyayari po before, no, ang talagang po ang ginagawa po ng police natin is really to follow the rules of law. I think that's yan po talaga ang ginagawa ng police natin ever since po.
Yes, sir. My question actually is, are you going against the people involved in drugs with the same zeal, siguro, and ferocity as the previous administration? Yung gusto ko lang ma-establish po yan. That, yan po na question.
Sir, ang police operations po is non-stop.
Alright.
Hindi po natin, just want to make clear, no, wala po, hindi po natatapos po dito. It's a continuous effort being, no, it's a joint effort po ng ginagawa po namin ng PDEA and lahat po ng government agency against illegal drugs po.
Okay, now, if you were to compare the current siguro operations that the police are having against the elements involved in drugs, now, in the first 2 years of the administration, of the current administration, compare it with the first 2 years of the previous administration, how would you distinguish it?
Sir, there's no comparison, no? Kasi ang sinasabi ko, I don't know what happened to kung gaano po yung volume ng drugs before and the volume po ng drugs po ngayon, no? But ang sinasabi ko lang, it's continuous effort po na ginagawa natin, especially ang pinaka-target po namin is yung supply reduction. We go for supply reduction with the help po ng mga PDEA and other government agencies po natin.
Okay, so would you agree with me that it would then be an unfair, siguro, comparison if they would say that the current police leadership or the current administration is soft on drugs?
Your Honor, if you will look at the statement of our President during na mas marami po tayo nahuli po ng drugs. Ang sinasabi po natin, we go for yung supply po. We go for supply reduction. Kaya mas malaki po yung operations natin pagka marami po yung confiscation po ng drugs.
Okay, so now that you're saying that you had more operations, how come that in this administration, there are less or fewer number of deaths involved in police operations against drugs?
Sir, ang ginagawa po namin, no, and I just want to know, ang ginagawa po namin is intel-driven. We're not go for numbers, we go for the big confiscation po ng mga shabus on the streets.
Sir, my question is simple naman eh. I'm referring to the number of deaths in the first 2 years of this administration and comparing it with the previous administration. Kasi gusto kong ma-connect po, no? Na baka sabihin nila na this administration is being soft or this administration is not doing enough or that the current police leadership is not serious in going against personnel involved in drugs. That is why there are less number of deaths compared to the previous administration who might claim that they went all out against these persons. Yan lang ang gusto ko ma-debunk po.
Sir, ang sinasabi po namin, no, ang kung nakikita, mas marami po natatamaan na pulis po ngayon kaysa dati. Kasi it's more, sinasabi nyo, we follow rules. Wala naman po kaming, I don't want to compare po yung dati. Parang sinasabi po ngayon, mas marami po kami nahuli at marami pong siyabong nakukonfisca po namin ngayon.
Okay, so since you're refusing to compare it, then let me ask you this point blank na lang. Would you consider that it was a serious concern the number of deaths that occurred during the previous administration in their war on drugs? As a police officer, sir.
Sir, ang guidance ko lang mo, and then sinasabi ko lang, we have to follow yung rules of law. Ilang naman po ay...
So I'm not questioning you on what you are to follow. I'm questioning you, and as a police officer, as a chief PNP, would you consider it as a serious concern po yung the total number of deaths that occurred in the police operations against drug personnel in the previous administration. Yan lang po.
Yes, sir. With the committee right now, no, ito po yung purpose po natin is really to investigate. Andito po yung mga kapulisan namin to really give you all the details. Wala naman po kami tinatago din sa matters na po nito. And anything that you need, I've already stated in my opening statement that the PNP is willing to help po for the investigation po.
I wish he had more time with us, Mr. Chair, because he's giving me general answers. But anyway, since he has to leave, I will yield, Mr. Chair.
We shall be continuing this anyways. I would like just Director General Marbil to promise us the next meeting we're going to have that you'll be here.